Hey friends, it's Ruben with Hi-Fi MIDI. Thanks for joining me for another video. This is my how to program bass in your DAW exercise number, I think it's exercise number 5 or 6. I'm not exactly sure. So this is Give It Away from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And so I'm going to play this for you, and then I'm going to go through the individual tracks just to show you what they are. And then we'll get right into programming. You're not going to need a keyboard for this, by the way. So let's hear it.
What I got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your papa. What I got to give it to your doctor. You do a little dancing and you drink a little water. What I gotta get it, put it in you. What I gotta get it, put it in you. What I gotta get it, put it in you. Feeling with the feeling, don't stop, continue. I realize I don't wanna be a miser. Confined with sly and be the wiser. Young blood is the loving up riser. How come everybody wanna keep it like a Kaiser? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Well, I can't tell if I'm a keep it or a bumper.
Okay, that's a pretty cool song. I'm not gonna lie. The syncopation of the bass and the guitar line, sort of giving that counter melody over it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can see why this song's popular. So I got the vocal line off the internet. I'm gonna play that for you.
What I got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your papa. What I got.
And then we have our bass line, which I'll get to in a little bit. Here's the drum part. I'm using Superior Drummer 3 with the West Coast Swing. Then I'm using Evolution Strawberry for electric. I wanted a really quick line, and Evolution Strawberry still sounds really good when you're just playing. I have a lot of great presets in there. So then for the important part for this video is the bass line. Now this bass line, note-wise, it's pretty simple. A, E sliding up to the G. Actually, E sliding up to the high E and then to the G. So really, in this song, it's the articulations that make it. Give it that percussive feel, give it that groove. I'm going to play the bass part for you right now. So notice I have it on the finger pick extension. This is Ample Bass Precision P, Ample Bass P. This is how it sounds with the finger. Now, to me, that sounds really nice, but I think the pick cuts through the rest of the band a lot more like that. It's a little edgier. Now, for most of the song, you have this 2-bar groove, and I'm going to go over it and hopefully be able to recreate it for you. All right, so first things first. This we have 2 measures, and then 2 measures of riff, and then it's in 4/4, quantized to 16th notes. Let's take a look at this first. Actually, I'm going to make it easier on myself. All I have to do really is duplicate this track. So I'm going to right click, duplicate tracks. And then I'm going to delete everything from here. So fast way to see your tracks in Cubase is to zoom to full. Delete. So here's our second track. I'm going to delete this. Now this is just going to be easier for me. So the first thing we want to do is to hit that A string. That's going to be on the first beat. About an eighth note long. Bum, ba-dum. So that's your first melody right there. Bum, ba-dum. So you have that slide from the low E. That's going to immediately slide to an octave higher on the same string. Oops. To do that, we're going to use legato. So click it, go to our articulation, and then it's legato slide. So that means it's going to slide to the next note. Let's listen to that. Then the next note is G on the next string, high G. Now you saw me slide the note like this. That's not the only way you can do it. So you can actually click on the note and then find it here. So that would be... Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Then you have your upbeat. Bum, bum. On the and of 3 and 4. Make those a little long. Now you can already hear some articulation in there. That's the sound of the release. I'm going to take off the metronome. That way you can hear it the way it really sounds. We're going to focus on this first measure because we're going to do a lot of copying and pasting to the second and then make some small changes from there. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Now this top G is going to be slide out. Let's hear that. I want a little bit less slide out, so I'm going to do, let's hear quarter slide out. That sounds good. And then where this really gets interesting is when you start adding the effects, this percussive sound. So the first one is going to be a hit. Right here it says AN for, I forgot what that stands for accentuation. But it really is supposed to be the other way around. So we have a slap with the right hand. So if you watch videos on this, you can see the person slapping the strings with the right hand to give that kind of a thud. This is slapping with the left hand, slapping with the right hand. That's what we want. And then we'll make that soft by clicking Control and then dragging down or up to change your velocity. And the next one is going to be the accentuation. So you can drag it and toggle through different articulations or effects, I mean. Or you can go to this drop-down menu and select it there. And then between this high G and the C, we're going to have those same effects. And then between those two notes, the same thing. This starts becoming easier and very enjoyable after a while when you kind of get into this flow. All right, the next thing we're going to do is make the A louder. We want that first note to be strong. So we're going to hold Control and then drag up. Then we're going to make our high E loud. something I forgot to mention. So in the settings, make sure for version 2, make sure that you have auto off velocity on. So this should be set to on. And then I have my off velocity set to 127. Then in your main page, turn on auto buzz. You want as much of that gritty, buzzy sound as possible. Well, not as possible, but have it at around 50%. Have your accentuation noise on. I have mine at 30%. I have my release at 1.2. We want a lot of that bass sound because this has to sound dirty. We don't want a clean sound, otherwise it's going to lose that effect. Make this note a little louder. Let's listen to this. Now we're going to right click on the first measure. This is going to save us some time. We're going to select copy to measure 2. Bum, ba, ba, dum, ba, 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 bum. Then we have that slide, but we're going to have to delete these notes right here. We're gonna, you can just double click it and it should get rid of it. If it doesn't, right click and then right click the note and then select delete. Just like that. All right, I'm going to get rid of the C. And then that high G should already have that slide out. And the slide's going to come a lot later because it's longer. It's going to reserve it toward the end of it. So let's hear that. Friends, it's that easy. I mean, I don't know how long this would have taken just by programming it inside your DAW, but oops. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So now that our riff is done, you can get it to sound just the way you want it with your different dynamics and articulations. Once everything's done, go to these arrows and click drag to host. You're going to see this little file. You're going to drag it to your DAW. Start on measure 2, but I'm going to wait because I need to set my grid. Make sure once you like your riff that you save it because you might end up using it later. So save riff, I have it, give it away. I need to put hi-fi MIDI, category rock, time signature. Most of this gets filled in automatically. This is in the key of A minor. Sorry, this is in the key of C. And then save. So let's drag it. Oh, I already dragged it. And then we're going to loop this. And then at the beginning, I'm going to play it on my keyboard. We have this two little slides. So I'm going to record that manually. This is the A sharp 7, I believe. All right, so let's hear that.
What I got, you got to give it to your mama. What I got, you got to...
Friends, it's that easy. So this is very fun to do. This is very easy. You can get some realistic sounds and not have to put in that much work. You don't even have to play keyboard to do this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. Share this with your friends. Share this on your Facebook page or whatever social media. And if you want to contribute to this channel, if you want to show your support, there is a PayPal and Venmo link in the description. You can send me whatever. Well, friends, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.